What's up, mananap? I'm your Bisaya ng alien vlogger and welcome to my vlog. So, karon no naamon ko sa Mars. So, muli sa ako sa muang balay kay nandito akong content sa i-vlog. Teleport sa ako. So, karon no ako sa muang balay diri sa planet Earth kay dili man mo puyo. So, bising matingala mo nga nganong nakoy kuan ay glass sa mata. Kay syempre buta ko di ko kita awa. So, mana ako ang gisuot eh. Kay ako tinuod nga mata kanimang duha. No. Ano, dira ako magbasa. So, kuha na ako akong mahiwaga nga laptop, no. Ara, ano. Nadre akong content sa sa ako ang vlog. Okay, katulas ang mata eh. Na. Ara. Sakpan kita ng mga reflection. So, for today's content, ako ang i-share ang ako ang mga reflection no napulo ni kabuok. Kani nga reflection kay morning reflection nako sa prelim. O naay 5 ka buok nga gikan sa Torrentera, then upat sa Philippine History Source Book o isa ka sani? Doto ko mata. Sumani? Supplementary ay dot na ko yung mata ba. Ara kita na gyud. So ang unang nako nga i-share sa inyo kay ang ako ang reflection sa an introduction to Philippine historiography, sources and discourses. So morning ako ang reflection paminaw ug tarong.
Okay.
What is being read was about the history of the Philippine historiography, which dictates what are the past literature of our country. What I can say about myself, which I can relate to the topic, was my future was connected with the past because we cannot go to the future if we can see what is our past. Diba? Tinood man. Kay kung diba na kasabihan nga yung hindi lumingon sa pinanggalingan hindi makakapunta sa paroroonan. Our past help us to guide in the future, and our past was the cause of what we are right now. I am glad about my past because there where I get my motivation to study and to grow successful in the future. So ako ang past man gud sa una, pobre man gud mi. So mo to gihimo na to siya og motivation para magmaningkamot gud, magsikap hantod mabot na ko ang ako ang dreams. Pero hantod karon pobre man gud gyapon mi. Bobo! In person's life, we all have origins, our own history of where we came from, a past that completed our future. In our past, there are certain events which are very important to us because they define who we are in the future. In a person's life, we all have origins, our own history of where we are came from, a past that completed our future. In our past, there are certain events which are very important to us because they define of who we are in the present. Tama. Example of it is our birthday. That's the time when we are born into the world. Diba? Ganit, tama.
Gago!
Another was our achievement in the past. Memories will come back when you remember it. All of your hardships and struggles, all your hard work and perseverance will come back to you and you notice that you smile suddenly. Okay, kamo flashback ang imong memories gud nga mao na ani mo tong mga kahago, mga sitaw ni mga sacrifices para lang ma-achieve nimo to kung unsa to nga goal. History is very important to me because that's the only way to understand the present. Anything in life right now was because of my past. I can't move into the present if I didn't complete my past. My past connects me in the present. What I'm right now is because of what I struggled within the past. I learned from the past and I get stronger. That's how life is. Philippine history has changed significantly since the 20th century. For a long time, Spanish colonizers presented our history in two parts. Sumuka sa manok eh. A period of darkness before they arrive, and the consequent period of advancement or enlightenment when they came. Based on the context, when we connect into the life of people, there are times that our life is miserable. All we feel is sadness, pain, stress, and tiredness. It feels like we're trapped in the trap door of darkness. However, the enlightenment suddenly came unexpectedly. There is something or someone who will come to save us from being trapped in that particular darkness, to give light, to bring joy and smile into our faces, and save us from sadness. Like what happened in my personal experience when my first relationship ended badly. Bighati. It's been almost a month where I've been trapped in sadness, and it's hard to move on from her because no one ever made me feel that way. Suddenly, during my darkest days, there was someone who helped me, who saved me from the darkness I felt. She brought light and colors to my life during that time. She comforted me, and she completed my day. Later on, I just suddenly realized that I had already moved on from my ex because of her. And now, the girl who saved me, we are almost a year into a happy and healthy relationship. There are times in life where we are very down, where we feel only darkness, pain, and hardships. But there is someone who will help us to rise up again. We just need to open our eyes and mind in order to see or feel them. Some will come unexpectedly and you will not able to notice that. Tunod na kay mo nahitabo sa kuha. They are already close to you because your eyes are not wide open. God will provide that person if He sees that you are trapped in darkness because God can do anything and He has a golden heart who helps everyone. Ang sunod nga reflection nga ko ang i-share sa inyo kay ang history of Philippine Island. This article talks about our ancestors from the islands of Luzon. There are black people who have woolly hair and shorter hair but have incredible strength. Oh, di ba? Kita mga Pinoy, small but terrible. Makita man na to, bisag karon, gagmay nga tao, magahi kayo. Pero na yung mga uban gyapon nga tag-as, nga strong sad sila. Basta kita tanan kay nga strong jud ta kay di ba press anang kuan no. Nay kalamidad. O di ba bisan pag nay calamity nga mo pangga sa tuwa, nay bisan unsa pa ang calamity, di ba mo smile gyapon ta. Nagay uban nga naanid na sa ba, mo ana gyapon. Makita og kamera, makita lang sila. O di ba? Ina kay strong ang Pinoy. Kay, bisag unsa ka lisod nga pagsubok, ilaha ng smile. O balik ta sa sa atuang ancestors. When we talk about their clothing, it was colorless garment of kangan, sewed together with short sleeves reaching below waist with a color of black or blue and red for the chiefs called chinanas. O chinanas. Kuya og pangalan oy chinanas man. For their lower part, they wear banaks, a strip cloth wrap in the waist to cover their private parts. O tela lang ilang gamit ha para matabunan ilang itlog og bibingka. For their head, they wear protong, a cloth kanang ginaanak nila na press ani. Pero dili ang ni siya protong. They use gold for their passion, which they put in their neck and armlets called kalumbigas. Oh, dato man daya tong kwan sa una ancestors kay gold nya kitaan ni. Wa. Nowadays, this type of clothing kay dili na siya ginasuot no. Kay syempre na naman tayo inani short o bisan unsa pa nga sanina press na jacket. Syempre kay na naman na improve na ta. Then ito press sa una nga kuan lang tela ana. Pero kung kuan karon og sa una pareha lang. Kay di ba sinauna nga tao ilang kuan ilang suot katong wala pa ta medyo na na develop katong ilang suot sa una kay lang tela dahon panahon pa nila adan nagaano lang sila ana putag down sa tutoy ana tabunan na down ang lubot. Then karon sad ang mga sanina pud karon especially sa girls mububo na pud kang makita ilang kigol kang taga diri lang nga sanina makita ng bukid diri.
Nice.
Ano ba? Syempre As a Filipino no, medyo lain yun natanawon kay murag kuan kanang laswa. Pero number po yung uban nga kuan mo ingon pod nga dapat lang sila i-respect kay ginapakita lang nila kung unsa jud sila. Kanang ginapalakas lang gud nila ang ilang confidence, inana ba. So sa sinauna pod uso pod na sila ang herbalist and witchcraft. So karon sad nam gyapon na nga mahitabo sa tuan no kay na mga uban. Ang uban gani nga mo reklamo nga gi ano daw sila gikulam nga inana god nga gihurim-huriman then motuo pod biya tag anting-anting nga inana para pang kuan pang paswerte daw para makusgan mga inana god. Pero sa ako dili o motuo inana kay ngano kay syempre ang Ginoo may maghatag sa tuwa og kusog inana ba blessings inana syempre kailangan pud ta mo daig sa iya para tagaan pud ta no mo nang dili ko motuo ng mga anting-anting mga inana. Pero motuo ko anang kuan kang mga kulam syempre kay kuan gyud na kanang binuhatan sa mga demonyo kung motuo ka Ginoo dapat motuo ka Ginoo. Next reflection is about the Manunggul jar. Oh, Manunggul jar.
Okay.
This article was about Manunggul jar, which is a cultural treasure that depicts ancient beliefs, customs, and traditions of our Filipino ancestors during their time. What I can say to myself is same with our ancestors. I also have things that have sentimental value to me. Oh, press anang hatagan kag kuan. Kwenta sim uyab sa ina baron brief inana basta mga personal nga gamit. Syempre nanay sentimental value sa inyo muha. Syempre mahappy ka ana labi na ang itong naghatag sa imuha. Syempre kay na preserve man nimo tong unsa ang gihatag nga gamit sa imuha. Syempre kay giampingan nimo same pud sa Manunggul jar. I am happy with that because the things they used before was preserved and can be used in the future for historical study. Diba?
Okay.
As a student, artifacts that were found by the archaeologists are very important in the present days because even I myself can learn about what are the past life of our ancestors. Artifacts shows us about their tools, dress, way of living as well as the culture of people who made and used the certain artifacts. Kung natay gamit karon, kung mamatay na ta, kung tayo ma-extinct ta, din na napilot new life form mabuhi. Kung makalutan na sa mga future nga tao, syempre mag-consider na ng artifacts, then sila nang istudyan, sumabalan nila kung unsa ta karon. People from the past and present are connected because they believe in the afterlife. Okay, ang katong sa Manunggul jar manggod kay sa iyahang kuan, sa iyahang kuan bitaw kanang sa iyang kuan no body sa iyang kuan jar kay nay mga nakaukit dito ang kuan about voyage afterlife because the boatman was holding steering paddle while the other, which is the soul, shows crossed hands on the chest in front of him. This means that it shows a practice here in our country in arranging dead bodies in funerals in which we put their hands on the chest. Oh, may naman tayo. It also believed that it signifies that the afterlife truly exists and was true. As son of God, I also believe that the afterlife truly exists. When we die, our soul will rise up and leave our physical body on earth. Our physical body will decompose and our soul will remain. Then it will come back to the kingdom of God. Oh, tinood kay mo may ginatulog yun guys anang nasa simbahan no. Kung mamatay ang tao, syempre ilang lawas ra magpabilin sa yuta. Tanan mga gamit nila mga tawag niya kanang kalibutan ng butang kana lalom kay no nga Bisaya mga kalibutan ng butang magpabilin apil na atong lawas din atong kalag lang musaka dito sa langit. In line with this, the carvings from the jar in the afterlife, it just means that people from the past and present are connected because they believe in the afterlife. Also, their practice for arranging dead bodies also used during our times. Therefore, what we are doing right now and what we have right now are because of the past, which greatly depicts what we are before and what we are today. Yeah. The Laguna Copper Plate. What is being read was about a plate found in the Lumbang River in Laguna which called the Laguna Copper Plate. It has writings that I cannot understand because it was new to me. Okay, mut, unsa to? Inchik-inchik, wala ko sabot. So, next reflection nga ko ang i-share kay ang Laguna Copper Plate. Reflection ako. What is being read was about a plate found in Lumbang River in Laguna which called the Laguna Copper Plate. It has writings that I cannot understand because it was new to me. Oh, inchik-inchik, manggod to, mo nang maglisod kong sabot. What I can say to myself about the copper plate is that in my life, sometimes I can feel that there is something missing on me that I can't express, especially if I'm sad. Okay, kung sad yun ka. Pero sad lang yun kay wakoy kwarta. What I feel about the copper plate was it got my attention because of the writings engraved on it. What if it's a message from the universe that leads to an alien encounter? Bitaw, no? Basing day. Gisulat to sa tong mga ninuno niya na yung mga alien ato pasabot ato. Mga writings to sa alien. No? Wow. What I can reflect on the Laguna Copper Plate is the life of a person. In real life, there are people who still have a missing piece or hole in their life. These are those who have an incomplete personality. Sometimes it's not clear to them about who they are. They have feel an emptiness and space in their hearts. The biggest factor is that they don't have a complete family. Siyempre kaysa ato ang kinabuhi, no, ang pamilya man dyan maka ano sa ato maka kompleto god. Kung wala tay family, siyempre mapil na to kung mapil gid. No, saba kang manok nanguwag. No, siyempre sa ato ang kinabuhi, ang pamilya man dyan makapabuo sa to. Kung wala tay family nga giandan or mama o papa, siyempre pag nagkaanam tan magkadako, siyempre makafeel man yun tanong nga naikulang sa to like asa kay kugikan bay ang inana nya kanang wala ka kabalo kung kinsa imong tinuod nga mama o papa, kinsa imong parents, asa kagikan, asa gianak, asa nganong ikaw ra isa nganong lahi imong parent nganong dili sila tinuod ni mga parent pero nag-atiman sa imo mga inana god. Siyempre, pero sa pagdako nimo murag ma-realize naman siguro nimo no nga bisan pag wala kay parent nabuhi gyapon ka. So ma-thankful gyapon ka sa mga nag-atiman sa imo sugod pagkabata tud pagkadako kay sila naman gyapon tong nitabon sa bangag sa imong kasing-kasing which is nga kulang kag family, sila ang nitaplak ato, sila ang imuhang nahimog family. Every missing piece of something has its own completion. Sometimes it needs more time in order to complete what is missing. The missing piece who creates spaces within the inner of us. When something or someone has a missing piece, it's hard to understand them because they are not completed. Oh, maglisod gyud tagsabot sila, samot na sila, maglisod sila sabot silang sarili kay dili sila kompleto, di ba? That's why everything needs to be completed in order to know what's its meaning, as of things, and same with people. So, para sa karon sa Laguna Copper Plate, syempre kulang po to. So, dili dili to mabasa sa mga expert. Kung unsa jud nakabutang dito nga writings about asa to. Then, magbuat-buat silang theory kung unsa na. Pero need pa pud nila og i-proof. So ako ang reflection nga i-share sunod kay kaning duties of the Katipunan of the Sons of People. This topic was about our Filipino heroes who fight for our freedom and take back our land from the colonization of the Spaniards. What I can say to myself is if there's something taken away from me, syempre I will fight to take it back because it's mine and I can't let that someone who will take it away from me. Uyab gani nimo ilugon masuko ka. Samot na siguro kung imo ang sariling yuta, kung asa ka gianak, kung asa ka na-born as a Filipino. Syempre, magipatay yun ka no. Their actions, I sense that there is true nationalism with them. Because of their actions, I sense that there is true nationalism within their heart because they fight for their motherland. Oh, nationalism, nagpakita jud sila ana. Kay gi-fight jud nila ang ilang sarili nga country para mabalik sa ila kay gi-colonize biya sa una no sa mga Espanyol. So ang ni-fight sa una kay katong KKK. Mo na silang association nga ni-fight sa Spaniards. KKK stands for Kataas-taasan, Kagalang-galangang Katipunan ng mga Anak ng Bayan. No? So, kuha na sila mga Filipino ang kuha na establish. Nowadays, this association was not already present. However, they were replaced by our modern heroes. So, kabalo mo sa atong modern heroes karon. Katong KKK sa una, mga army man to sila, sundalo. So, karon lahi na. Katong na tong mga pulis o mga sundalo nga nipuli sila wherein gina-fight po nila ang ato ang land, mga communist god kanang against sila sa gobyerno. Sila ang naga-fight ana para ma-achieve nato ang peace and order sa society. Next reflection is about a new species of Homo in the late Pleistocene of the Philippines. And nanasay nakita nga labi sa ato ang ninuno kaning new species of Homo sa sa Palawan. So kani nga discoveries no, napo ni siya kaparehas sa nga makita pud sa Africa and said Homo sapiens first emerged in Africa, and the reason why Homo sapiens scattered around the continents was dispersal, which means the process or result of spreading of organisms from one place to another. So mura ni sila kuan sa tawan ni kanang nagkatagkod kuntay balay ninyo nagpuyo ra mo sa isa ka balay nya nibali ng uban dito napuya nakuha na puto nadungagan na putog tao dito din kato mamalhin na puto sila diyan madungagan na putog tao dito ang ilang gibalhinan. So inana ang kanang dispersal. Due to the studies of Homo sapiens as a student, it gives me additional knowledge about origin of mankind and scientific reason. I know that I'm not knowledgeable enough about the history of the human evolution, but because of these studies, wow, I will able to get some information which enlighten me. I know that we have different beliefs about the origin of man. Okay na uban nagato sa biblical, then napoy uban nagato sa scientific. Pero ako nagato man ko sa both. Syempre mo to ako biblical kay mao man nakabutang sa Bible. Diba kay ang Bible kay mao man pinakabalahan nga libro na dito sulat na tan history about sa to akong giun sa paghimo about sa atong Ginoo yung mga inana. Din mo to og scientific nga nga reason nga asagikan ang tao. Syempre kay kuan man naman goy proof nga ang tao gikan sa apes kang sa evolution. Pero dili po na sila mabasol no kung dili sila motuopod pero dili po na sila ma-blame kung asa sila motuo, kung motuo ba sila sa scientific or sa biblical. Well, i-respect na lang nato sila. So sunod nga reflection nga akong i-share sa inyo kay kaning Soul Boats, a Filipino journey of self-discovery. Panggunit mo kay exciting char. This topic was all about the discoveries of different coffins and burials by the archaeologists in the Philippines, where they discovered nga inhuman nga pamaagi nga paglubong sa mga tao, where ang uban kay giputos lang og kanang tela bitaw murag mami pre sa Egypt. Tinang uban kay giputos ra og kuan kanang tree trunks. Kabalo man sa tree trunks? Tree trunks kay kanang mo na ilang kanang punuan sa kahoy kana. Mo na gamit sila gitabunan lang sila ana. No? So sad, luoy kay sila. They also discovered coffins that look like a simple boat, and they called it boat coffins. O di ba? Kuya kay sila style silang lungon no. Murag bangka. Pwede ra kay paano joke. And according to some tribes, these coffins are called soul coffins, which they believe that it was the transportation of souls when they traveled or sailed to the afterlife of the world of the dead. Wow! So bantog day nga murag bangka ang ilang lungon kay nagato sila nga ang kanang mamatay ang tao ang gamiton nga pag-travel sa ilang kalag kay katong boat mga mauto ang ilang lungon. What I felt, I was amazed on their belief and tradition on how they bury their corpse because when we compare their coffin to our coffin in the present, it's very different because of its shape. Oh, kay ato karon rectangular raman. Din sila kay barcode, di ba? Lahi ra kaayo. This just means that our country is rich in culture. From the past, our ancestors have lots of cultures and beliefs. They have different life and way of living which is very different from us in the present days. But for them, it was normal. Even the way how they bury their corpse, it looked like in Egypt where they do mummification. O pre sa una, itong, sa una, ganina, nga giingon nako, nga gi-wrap lang nila og tela, murag sa mummy sa Egypt. Ano. I also believe that the afterlife truly exists. When we die, our soul will rise up and leave our physical body on earth. O syempre, kalagram mo adto sa saka, mabalik sa Ginoo. Kay kan mo ta sa Ginoo, so mabalik po ta sa iya. Pero katong mga demonyo, sa yuta ra to sila. Ay dili sa yuta, pinakalalam gyud sa yuta sa impyerno. Dito sila mag-suffer kung unsa ang ilang mga sala samtang buhi pa sila. Next reflection is Kalintao, the code that never was. Kuyaw kay title. Kalintao code is not its severity, but its capricious viciousness. Its catalog of punishment alone sound like the fantasies of some uninhibited sadist. Based from the sentence above, may sentence sa taas. Based from the sentence on the article, Kalintao it sounds like a punishment for me because according to the article, its catalog of punishment alone sound like the fantasies of some uninhibited sadist, which includes plunging of the hand into boiling water 3 times, cutting off the fingers, laceration with thorns, exposure to ants, swimming from 3 hours, drowning weighted with stones, beating to death, and being burned, boiled, stoned, crushed. Mura naman din torture. Torture na dyan tayo. This inhuman punishment was very harsh, that caused very serious and cruel suffering. It may brought long-term damage to physical and emotional aspect of a person. Some was led to death. Oh, tinuod. Siyempre, grabe nga trauma. Kung ako ato, mas piliyon lang ako magpakamatay or patyo na lang ko diri sa kaysa mag-suffer pa sa kasakit. It's very sad that this kind of inhuman punishment invented by the people, and yet, for what? To make the crime rate lesser? Bisan magnani nga kuan nga punishment sa una dili man gyapon ma-prevent ang crime na man gyapon crime mahitabo. Even the inhuman punishment was legal before, the crime rate during Middle Ages was still high and didn't change. I am thankful that this type of punishment is not existed anymore because it's not appropriate to do such punishment to someone. Oh, tama lang yun. Kung gani wala na meron. Siguro kung napaturon, luoy kayong mga kriminal, no? Kay torturon pa sila bago kulungon. Pero deserve. Kaya nga nung nagbuhat ng krimen. So, ang sunod nga reflection nga ako ang i-share sa inyo ha, kay kaning the first people of Sulu. This topic was all about who are the first people of Sulu and their adventure. So, kani kay abot ni sa kuan 10 ka people nga nagsettle sa isa ka island. Then kaning 10 ka people kay gikan ni sila og kuan war, nitakas lang sila. Kuan sila 5 ka babae ug 5 pud ka lalaki, di ba? By pair sana. Ul siya rug may hitabo nga milab guro sa kuan isla. Then after ato, ang duha ka tao nga lalaki nag-decide nga mag-voyage sa sea para mangita og another island na pwede nila puy-an mo to gigather ta nila lang madala nga resources sa ilang pag voyage gibutang nila silang bangka. Yung sa tunga sa dagat, syempre pila ra ilang pagkaon, nahurot ilang pagkaon, gutom sila, pila sila kaadlaw naglutaw-lutaw dito sa dagat. Then later nakita sila og island. Then naog sila silang bangka, dito sila nag-gather sila resources, food, anything nga magamit nila. Then ang isa ka lalaki, ang isa wala siya kabantay nga pagtigbas niya sa kawayan, naay kuan dito babae nga nagtago sad. Siguro gikan puto siya sa war ditakas pud. Mo to. Then mao to, nahimo to niyag asawa. Na-develop man yung feelings. Kisa boy dili ma-develop. Wala lang. Char. Balik sa topic. Yung katong isa ka lalaki nag-decide to siya nga mag-solo. Then while katong lalaki nga nakita og babae, nagminyo to sila. Then ang ilang anak puros laki. So pagkahuman katong laki nga ilang mga anak nidako naman, gidivide niya ang yuta dito sa iyang island nga nakita. So mao na to nahimo to siya kuan, na divide na to siya, which is ang mga island sa Sulu. Then pagkatagko sa mga anak sa lalaki, gidivide niya ang yuta sa Sulu, where ang katong iyang mga laki mao toy nahimo og kuan, mga chief sa dito as nga island. Then later mo to nanay tao dito sa kuan isla, kay depopulated naman nila. What I can see in myself from them is they have determination and courage to survive in life. Oh, syempre kay wala gyud sila ni undang o kuan pangita sa another island. And tanan ilang hard work, syempre tanan nilang kagutom, kauhaw, nagbunga to dito at mo tong nakita sila og kuan island, plus napajoy kuan bonus, nakita pa siya chicks, di ba? As a student, I know that college life is very hard, unlike junior and senior high. I feel inspired after reading the article because they didn't give up on their goal. All I need is to work hard and to be courageous in order to succeed in my studies. Like the character in the story, they don't give up rowing their paddles just to find land and settlements. So there is similarity between me and them, that I will never give up in order to reach my goals in life. So ang last reflection nga para sa prelim nga akong i-share sa inyo kay ang post-truth. Cancel culture, the phenomenon of promoting the canceling of people, brands, and even shows and movies due to what they consider to be offensive or problematic. We all know that multimedia has greatly influenced our society, as well as the life of people. Here we get our daily news, ideas, and make form of communication through radio, television, advertisement, news report, and TV shows. So how can be an advertisement, news report, and TV shows involved in cancel culture? It can be when the advertisement, news report, and TV shows offensive program or racist. There are lots of TV shows, programs, and advertisement which were banned or cancelled due to its content which shows racism and offends a lot of viewers. One of it was Intel, one of the largest company for making and selling gadgets. When Intel launched a national campaign about their product which happened in 2007, their advertisement shows white manager stands over black people who bow in perfectly symmetry before him. Di ba racist kayo na white man nagtindog over sa black man? As you can hear what I have said, it's very clear that it was a racist because black Americans know that they were discriminated and looked down by white Americans. So many viewers offended by their campaign. Syempre kay naay white man nagtindog over black man. So racist kayo nya ang katong black man nibaw pa jud sa white, di ba? There are many cancel culture happen in the Philippines which causes more conflict against those people who have affected by it. For me, I am agree with the cancel culture. Syempre, agree ko kay gina-cancel or gina-ban ang mga advertisement nga maka-offend sa uban. Syempre, kay bisag ako kung nako silahang silang sitwasyon ay silang ba kung ako ang silang sa tawan niya basta kung ako ang kung ako ang silang sitwasyon, kung makakita advertisement nga maka-offend sa ko, syempre ma-hurt akong feelings. Kaya nga ipalabas man nila nga inato lang advertisement nga racist. bisan pag moingon na sila nga dili racist ang ilang advertisement, kung mao'y imuang na feel o mao po'y nabantayan sa uban, syempre ma-consider po siya nga racist kay daghan may ni tan-aw sa imuha, daghan ni tan-aw sa imuang advertisement, daghan ni react nga racist dayto, so gina-cancel na. And agree po ko ana. And that's all for today's vlog. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you on my next vlog.